Yo, yo, yo. Sports talk. Talk heavy. That's on the way. New episodes coming, so stay locked in. Let's get to business.
Yo, 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 let's get the business.
Yo, 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 Colby, what's going on?
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
I'm honored to have you. I'm thrilled. You were definitely bucket list for me, so thank you for joining me on the show. Let's get the business.
Absolutely.
So how you feeling?
I'm good. New year, on to bit better things. 2025 was great, but excited for 2026 and all that it's going to bring, both personally and work-wise. So excited about that for sure.
That sounds amazing. I know you are a busy individual.
Yes, that's
Your media resume is crazy.
yes. It's definitely crazy, but I'm thankful for it all and,
Yeah,
and learning along the way. So I really can't complain too much.
very thankful, blessed, grateful. You're that good, healthy, busy. So I'm gonna start off. This is Colby Wilson, Fox 56, to
Yep.
my understanding.
Yep. Fox 56.
So what I want to point out early and elaborate on, you got a unique voice, you got the storytelling, dynamic presence, and energy that lights up the atmosphere, tremendously. You got the intellect, charisma, the extreme professionalism on air and behind the scenes, because you do work everywhere. You're covering all sports, whether it be high school, whether it be college, whether it be professional sports. I've seen you alongside talking about Joe Burrow and them, and then you're over here discussing UK sports. Uh, and you're also a former Division I athlete, to my
Yes.
understanding. Play
Yes.
soccer?
Yep. Soccer in college.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where'd you play at? Portland?
Yep. So I actually started at Eastern Washington, played 3 years there, and then finished my last 2 years at University of Portland in Oregon.
Eastern Washington, yeah. So,
Mhm.
so geographically, how was that switch from there up down to Kentucky?
Well, it's funny. My dad's actually a football coach, so I've really moved around my whole life. So I've actually lived in the South before. I've lived in both Mississippi and Georgia. So I kind of had some familiarity with the South
Hmm.
and being around this way. So the transition really wasn't too hard, thankfully.
That's pretty cool, then. Yeah. So you've just been well rounded already.
Yes, thankfully. It really prepared me for this role that I'm in now, that's for sure.
So you've been getting that down south cooking since you've been started.
Absolutely. And I missed it. So I have to come back to that.
Word. Shout out to your father though. That's interesting that he's a football coach. I'm sure. Sounds like he was an athlete too, huh?
Yes, so actually my dad played football at the University of Oklahoma and then played a quick stint in the NFL. And then my brother played at UCLA. He was also in the NFL, and now he's a football coach at the University of Washington in Seattle.
Wow.
So
I'm not gonna hold you. That's big time athleticism. It sounds like
we're a full sports family through and through.
Big 12 football and Oklahoma. I know Oklahoma. They had a very dynamic program back in the day.
Yes,
They're pretty good back then.
they were good back then. My mom also went to OU. She was not an athlete, but they are Sooners through and through.
Yeah. So how'd they feel about you? Where you went to school at?
University of Portland doesn't have a football team, so it's not like they had any competition in that route, but it is a very great soccer school, so they were
Hmm.
happy for me in that sense.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter plays soccer. I don't know if she's gonna play this year, but I was a little green to the game,
Uh-huh.
trying to be that soccer dad. I'm like, okay, is this supposed to be 8 people on the field or 11? Because I know it's different in Little League.
Yes, I was about to say that it's different depending on the age group, but in college it's 11 and professional it's 11 players.
Nice. So
Hmm.
what do you miss about being an athlete?
Ooh, that's a good
The
question.
camaraderie, the teamwork, the
Yes.
the,
I
the
feel like
relationships.
it's really the competitiveness, going out there
Uh-huh.
with your teammates and just competing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't get better than that. So when I go and cover like soccer teams here in Kentucky, I always think in the back of my head, like, could I come back and play? Like, it's definitely been a thought before.
Try to get out. You thinking, can I get back out there?
No, I was like, let me think about that for a second.
Start doing some calf raises and
Right.
all that.
Start running, get back on the treadmill.
Yeah, running forever. I know soccer players run forever.
Oh, it's brutal.
So
It
yeah,
is.
I noticed this about you. Thanks for having you too, man. Thank you for being gracious with your time. I know you're extremely busy, so
No,
thank you.
absolutely.
You got that bright personality. You're fully engaged with the sports world and the community. You're fully embraced. You're majorly impactful throughout the communities and further beyond. I want to point that out. People love you. They
Oh,
love being interviewed by you. They enjoy your presence. So your come up story, you said you come up around Portland and stuff. So were you always brilliant and like inclusive? Like were you always this outgoing? Because you have to mingle amongst a lot of individuals.
yeah. In all honesty, I think the Lord just prepared me for what He was setting before me because moving
Hmm.
around my whole life, I've lived in 7 different states. So going through that process, you kind of have to
Wow.
learn to be outgoing, put yourself out there, be uncomfortable, all those things because
Right.
you're walking into a new school, in elementary school or middle school. You don't know anyone. You're just advocating for yourself, hoping to fit in. So
Yeah.
I think throughout my childhood, that has prepared me significantly for this role because now I'm in any environment around whoever. I know how to
Hmm.
have conversations, know how to build relationships. So
Right.
I think it's really my childhood and the Lord that had prepared me for this moment. But that there was no way if I didn't move around my whole life, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. So that definitely played a significant role for sure.
Nice. So exclusively just building on layers of people skills and communication skills and
Oh
things of that nature. So
yeah.
when you landed this job in media, you're like, oh, this is second nature almost now. I'm
Yeah,
good.
essentially. In some ways, it was second nature. Obviously, this was coming to Lexington as my first full time sports broadcasting job. So, a lot to learn, a learning curve in certain areas. In terms of just being a people person and talking to people, that was no problem.
Awesome. Good with words. Were you good? Good with the vocab?
Ooh. I feel like that was a learning process too. There were some things I
Yeah.
know, but I definitely had to grow into all the vocabulary that I now have.
That's a fun question because if you study other people media, like sometimes they have some words. I'm like, yo.
I usually like to keep it simple so I don't trip myself up.
I did, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that.
Keep it
You're
easy.
pretty natural. Natural and organic is the best way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got your first start at UK. So you primarily cover Kentucky sports, to be exact.
Yes, so that's
Hmm.
that's what people here really care about. Kentucky
Hmm.
Beaver Nation. So that's definitely our top priority is Kentucky sports, but we really do try and get around to EKU, Morehead State, even Asbury, all those
Right.
type of schools, and then at least our station, we are a big high school sports station, so we put a lot of our time into high school sports as well.
I noticed that. That's awesome. I like when you tap into that. There's some nice athletes that's always coming up and on the rise.
Yes, there are.
Well, definitely. So Fox 56 news anchor, sports director.
Hmm.
I noticed you were on WKRG, which I don't know what that stands for yet, but um, host of Around the Pitch,
Hmm.
to my understanding, to be exact, right? Around the Pitch. Like, how did you start with that, and what's some of the significance of that show?
Yeah, so Around the Pitch is our show dedicated to Lexington Sporting Club, the professional soccer team here in Lexington. And
Mm,
originally, when it started, it was a partnership between our news station and the club, which we're considered their official station. So we'll broadcast some of their games. We
mm,
do, like you said, a weekly show Around the Pitch. And when I first started here, they thought this is the perfect role for Colby. She was a former soccer player, so just naturally, I kind of fit into that role, and it's been really fun just highlighting these players. These players come from all different walks of life, different countries, different states. So to be able to they come here, and I get to tell their stories. That was super fun, and I actually am no longer the host of that show. My coworker Connor Sturgill is now the host
okay.
because with my new role, it was just too hard to balance everything. But we
All
still
right.
we still air Around the Pitch, so it is still a show on our station.
Nice. So to be clear, big shout out to Connor for holding
Yes,
down the show. But
yes,
yeah,
shout out
you
Connor.
you fit right into that position. So
Yes,
I
it was fun for sure.
and I'm just a slight gelling, just a little. I've never been jealous of anything, but your job is so intriguing and fun. I'm like, oh man, this just looks like such a fun job.
I mean, it is. There's
Yeah.
in the moment. There's sometimes some hard times, just like any job.
Right.
There's pros and
Right.
cons, but when
Yeah.
you like, take a step back and think about it, you're like, wow, I really just cover sports for a living, and so it's a blessing for sure.
That's nice. That's like what I'm trying to create for my own little world.
You can still do it though. So
Yeah, yeah. So I'm sure your dad was helped with the mentorship and things of that nature. Drop those gems on you along the way.
absolutely. I mean, he
Yeah.
kind of, growing up in the sports business, there's certain things that you just know being a part of it. And so along the way, he's definitely helped prepare me for these moments for sure.
So what was that moment when you were like, okay, this is a breaking point. This is exactly, I know for sure this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna stay all the way locked in and give it 110.
Yeah, I think maybe more so for me, it wasn't about the job itself. It's kind of what I can do for other people.
Hmm.
Growing up as a woman in sports, the stories really aren't sometimes about you, and you can be the best team on campus, and you're still probably not going to be as covered as much as the men. And so I think I stepped into this role wanting to give athletes an experience that I didn't exactly get growing
Hmm.
up. So I think that played a big part of it. And then when I got here and like finally got on air and saw like, okay, Colby, like you can do this. I think that's when
Hmm.
it kind of clicked for me. Like, okay, this is for you, and now you can kind of
Yeah.
embrace all that comes with it.
Nice
Yeah.
confidence build, and that's a good point to point out. Yeah, you didn't get as much coverage. Women are just now starting to we're kind of at a curving point
Yep.
where the media is starting to build up in the coverage and everything. So I really appreciate that for you playing your part in covering women's sports.
Absolutely.
So I seen you. Was it Dixie Kendall? She was like the program coordinator for horse jockeying.
Yes. Yes.
That was an interesting story.
That was a fun one. I'll say that. I didn't expect to be on a horse simulator, but
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
yeah,
that
we all, our whole station has to come up. Usually have a Derby special, and so that's like a whole 2 hour special just on horse racing. And so everyone has to come up with a story. And I was like, well, let me think outside of the box and do something that we don't normally see. And so I was like,
Mhm.
why not see if there's horse simulators in the area? And so I found Dixie Kendall at BCTC, and I was like, let's do it.
Hey, your athleticism had to come out. You got up on that thing, the robot
And
horse.
still fun. So I have
Yeah,
a lot of respect for those jockeys.
it's difficult. You can tell it's hard. It's not easy.
I don't know how they do it. I don't.
Yeah, but that's crazy. That's cool. You covered that because you know the Derby culture's right along with the sports culture in Kentucky.
Oh yes.
Nice. So, what's the loudest arena you feel like you've ever been in besides
Ooh.
Rupp?
Oh my
Which
goodness.
you
I,
actually live in Rupp Arena, basically.
it's actually funny. It's funny you say that because sometimes when we're all there, we'll joke around and be like, "We should just like have a room here to ourselves, where we can
Yeah.
sleep here if we need to."
Right.
I would probably say Tennessee's arena was pretty loud.
Mm,
I think it was last year Kentucky at Tennessee.
word.
I know Kentucky fans here cannot stand Tennessee, and I get it, but I got to give them their credit. It was pretty loud, and then when they start playing Rocky Top,
Oh, Rocket Top.
no, I know it's crazy. So I'd probably say they were pretty loud.
You're the second person that said that.
Yeah,
That's interesting. Oh, Rocket Top.
I know.
That's interesting. I got some family down there, so I got to tease them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that's fun, though. So let's get to business. I need your top five greatest athletes ever.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's super petty, Kobe.
No, you put me on the spot. I really got to think about it.
I
Um,
know it's petty.
I'm trying to go from around all sports. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
gonna go.
I didn't want to do UK right now. You know, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like I got to start with like Michael Jordan.
Ugh,
Oh yeah, I know, and Kobe's up there too. But if I'm just gonna stick to basketball, I'm gonna do Michael Jordan.
that's a nice one.
I'm going to do. Whoo, this is hard. I want
Michael
to.
the Magnificent. That's a nice one to start with.
I got to put for women Serena Williams
Ooh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you throwing her name out there.
for sure.
She
Now
dog.
golf. I'm gonna go Tiger Woods.
Ooh, that's a nice one too. I
He's up
like how
there.
you threw the golf in there.
Trying to disperse it around. Let's see, football.
Yeah.
That's
You got a level playing field right now. Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Football. Oh my goodness. I want to say Tom Brady.
The goat. I
Elite.
like that one.
Elite. Let's see.
That's nice. Some precision in that
I
list
know.
right there.
I know. Let's see. I'm gonna go soccer. Who am I gonna put as the great? I feel like Messi.
Messi,
Messi's got to be in there.
that's my
Um,
daughter's favorite player.
I, he's elite. And then I'm
Yeah.
gonna Since I'm a soccer person, I'm gonna stick to women's side of soccer. I'm gonna go with Megan Rapinoe. She also went to University of Portland, so I gotta shout her out, put her in
Word.
top five.
Top big inspiration too, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, that's dope. I appreciate that, Kobe.
Yep.
So how you balance out your busy schedule? I mean, you have an outstanding list of scheduling. Week by week, I'm sure is ballistic.
I'm so sorry. My dog is actually going crazy right now. Bentley, hey, don't do that. Um, you said, how do I balance out just in general my work life schedule?
Hmm.
So normally I don't really start work until about 3:30. So I really try and give that time before then just to myself, my personal life, because I've learned pretty quick if you don't have a work life balance, you're gonna run yourself dry.
Absolutely.
And I definitely prioritize a work life balance. I love my work. I'm thankful for it, but it will never take over my whole life. That's for sure.
That's the
Um,
key. That's the
oh,
key.
absolutely. So,
Hmm.
during the time where I'm not working, I just try and fully get away from work and let my mind go elsewhere. And then when
Right.
it's time to work, then it's back to the grind and I'm ready. But the balance is critical for sure.
It's a pivotal piece for sure.
Yes.
You getting that rest in, right?
Oh my goodness. One thing I will do is sleep. People know that. So
For
you don't
sugar
gotta worry
dick.
about that.
I'm so jealous of you sleepers. I try.
Oh,
I'm like, mm.
I can't imagine not being able to sleep. I would have a problem.
it's it's like one day I'll sleep well and the other day not so well.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people are like that too. So you're not alone.
Right. At least I'm not alone. So what makes a great teammate in your eyes?
Ooh. I would say a great teammate is someone that puts the needs of others and the team's needs before themselves. And it's kind of that constant, just the thing that keeps people steady. Whether the
Mhm.
team's losing, whether the team's winning, just that kind of steady mindset. But I would say ultimately a great teammate is someone who puts others before themselves, puts the team before themselves, because that's really the most important for sure.
Absolutely. Sacrificing for the team.
You got to. You have to.
Doing what it takes.
Right.
Doing what it takes to win, right?
Yes, all those great players I named, that's what they all do. So,
Yes. So what do you enjoy most about your job? I know it's not all about the job. I know you're having a major impact on people's lives and you inspire people and you get news out in a very brilliant fashion and on time. What's the most gratifying element?
I think the most gratifying thing is telling the stories of people and highlighting people. Again, I think that's what inspired me to get into this job was, that wasn't, yeah, University of Portland, we went to the NCAA tournament and did all these great things. And I didn't think that the coverage that we got was just that great. And I was like, you know what?
That's right.
Now my role is going to be to make sure that, no other athlete feels that way. And so I think the best part is, yeah, telling the stories of people, giving people the recognition they deserve. That's
Yeah.
definitely been the most gratifying thing is when I tell a story or highlight someone and they're just thankful or their family just absolutely is loving it on Facebook or something. I think that's what's most important to me for sure.
Nice. And
Yeah.
I see it just acknowledging those people, right? Just putting them on the highlight, putting them in the shine.
Yes, that's what it's about. It's all about the people for sure.
And then I'm sure you've attached to some of these stories too, because some of them are heartfelt, some of them are groundbreaking.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Hmm.
I try and in the moment lock in and try and just do my job, but people are people, and so it's hard to emotionally not feel a certain type of way when you're telling
Right,
certain stories.
right.
But it's been fun for sure.
Nice. And you're on the set with KSR often, I'm sure.
So actually, I'm around KSR people pretty often, and
Right.
they're awesome. I haven't actually been like on set with them, but I'm around the KSR people a lot, and they're great.
Nice. I had Jack Pilgrim on my show. That's the reason why I
Okay.
asked that. He's pretty
Yep.
cool guy.
Yep. He is cool. I'm around Jack pretty often, so he is definitely a cool person for sure.
Nice. It's fun to chop up sports with him and everything. So, your favorite restaurants? Give me one. I'm sure you like home cooked meals because you told me about that Mississippi origin.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say in Lexington, my
Uh-huh.
favorite meal or favorite restaurant probably Carson's.
I was getting ready to say Carson's is wonderful. Oh my
Carson's is
goodness,
elite, and I just actually
it
discovered
is elite.
their ribs. People need to go eat those. They're
Hey, talk
very good.
heavy.
Yes,
Oh, I haven't had a rib in so long. Don't tell me that, Kobe.
you got to go there for
I
sure.
ain't got a gallbladder, so I've been trying to work it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh man, ribs is calling my. I've ate a Carson's once. I had this like linguine type
Mm-hmm.
of dish with crab meat and
Yes.
shrimp, and it was unbelievable.
No, their menu is great.
I like Carson's. So you travel a lot, I'm sure. Do you prefer a hotel or Airbnb?
Ooh, that's tough. I feel like I'm more in hotels, but I would probably prefer more of an Airbnb so you feel like you're in an actual space that's yours. But
Right,
work-wise and when I'm traveling, I am in more hotels.
right. And
Mhm.
it's not easy to land a substantial like Airbnb that's fit for you, right? Because an Airbnb could be anywhere.
Exactly. And two, you whenever you're traveling, you don't really know the areas if you're not familiar with the
Right.
place. So you got to
Yeah,
be careful too about where you're going and what you're selecting.
absolutely. Yeah. So I have to ask you this. Are you an iPhone or Android type of individual?
I'm iPhone. I have never had an Android. Nothing against Android. Sometimes
Yeah.
they take better pictures than iPhones, at least my iPhone. But I've always been iPhone person.
I'm glad you're on the right team, Kobe. I
Yes.
knew we had love for you for a reason. So yeah. Thank you for clearing
You
that up.
know.
So
Yes.
chicken wings, drums or flats?
Ooh, I'm going with flats.
Another flat squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, word. That's another petty question I
Yeah,
asked.
no, that's a good one. That's a good question. It's important to know what people select.
That's so important. Yeah, not gonna hold you. So one's gotta go.
Yep, for sure.
One's gotta go. Amazon shopping, like online shopping, or tacos.
Oh my gosh.
It's so wrong.
That's hard. That shouldn't even be in a question that you're allowed to ask. Mm. So
It shouldn't be.
I'm gonna probably go with tacos because at least with Mexican food you have other options. So like I could
Word.
for a bowl or a burrito. With Amazon, if Amazon's gone, I don't know your other option.
That's a good answer though.
I'm good with that.
Because people are locked in on Amazon. They are dedicated.
Amazon's elite. I don't know any other company that does what they do. So
Nah, free shipping.
yeah, free shipping, Prime.
I'm telling you, I think that's the number one goer for me.
Yep. So tacos are out of here.
Okay, a few more petty ones. A song you can go without hearing again, ever.
Ooh. Okay, I don't know if I have a song for you, but I have an artist that this is probably a crazy take, but I would be okay not having to hear Taylor Swift. I'll go with the artist. I'm good off so
Get rid of it. Stick a
yeah,
fork in it.
I don't need any Taylor. So
Burnout. Taylor
yeah,
Burnout.
I like old Taylor, but I just don't listen to her, and I know people obsess over her, but I'm good. I don't need Taylor
I
Swift.
feel you on that. I do. Sometimes it's the fans that ruin it. Like it could be an artist that's like okay, but then if they just
Oh yeah,
wear it out for
it's
you,
too
it's
much.
like wow.
Yeah, it's too much.
So is there anyone in the bucket list media world that is this super bucket list for you that you would just like to be in the presence and work with or have a conversation with?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say probably Malika Andrews, the host of
Word.
NBA Today on ESPN. She actually went to University of Portland and worked for the newspaper that I also worked for there. So I just feel like the ties are there, and so she would
It's
be
gonna happen.
yes. So she's
That-
definitely someone that I would love to learn from for sure.
That's a nice one. The universe will connect that.
That's right. Yep.
NBA Today. Who's that? Al Clifton on one of those NBA things?
I don't.
Yeah.
There's so many of them.
There's so many now.
I could not even tell you.
Media's everywhere. But shout out to her. Hopefully that'll work out for you all.
Yes, I'm hoping so for sure.
Nice. So what's your season predictions on UK basketball? You see where we're at an interesting moment, right?
Yes.
We lost four of the top ranked opponent
Mhm.
games. Lost four of those. I think we won what, one out of five?
Yes, just one.
And then we just lost to Alabama, opening up the SEC. So
Yep.
what's your take on this? What's your angle, your prediction, your perception? How do you feel about going into deeper SEC play, and do we turn it around?
I don't I don't think I have a prediction in terms of like a record. I don't. Sometimes that's hard to do because you really just don't know. I think that they're going to get better. I think that's for sure. Now, if their better is enough, I don't know
Right,
about that.
right.
Because
This is speaking from one of those wacky UK fans like me, a Wildcat delusional fan that's used to winning every game, every championship. So the world is not ending,
right.
but in the UK culture, it kind
It
of
is.
is.
Oh, it's ending for sure. And I get
Just
it.
a little.
Y'all only know
Right,
winning. Y'all only know being great. So I don't expect you
right.
guys to be like, oh, this is the norm. Um, I would, if I was a fan like that, I would probably be like, what's going on too? I think the concerning part is there's no identity to this team, and we're now in January. I think that's the big
Yeah,
problem. And the system that Mark Pope was looking for and having a bunch of shooters, he just doesn't have
right.
that. And
That's
so
obviously, yeah, we're not playing that way. So, yeah.
right. So I do think they're going to get a few wins in the SEC. I don't doubt that at all. Now
Hmm.
I think they might sit in the middle. I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they'll be in the top five of
Swear.
SEC play. Yeah, if I have to eat my words, I will do that happily. But
Hopefully you're wrong, Kobe, but yeah, I can see the vision of where you're
yes,
going with it. Yeah.
yes,
And that type of energy just been there. It's just like we can beat these type of teams, but when it kind of goes on the other side of the spectrum,
right. And we'll see at least win and have two SEC wins going into the next week.
right. And maybe adjustments will be made. You know, maybe JQ and Jalen Lowe will actually end up landing in the starting lineup. Maybe we'll have a good shooting night. You know, it takes those things. Defense, of course.
Yes, I know. I know everyone's hoping that JQ and J Lo can get in that starting lineup. I think everyone's wondering why they weren't.
Yeah,
But I know there's
that's a
so many
concern
things.
right now.
Yes, it is. I know there's so many things that go into it. But I know people are hoping that can be the change. Quick change.
They are leaning on that. How you feel about Coach Stein? He just arrived. He's getting some recruits in early, it seems like.
Hmm.
Uh, Cutter Bowley's no longer there. How you feel about the football squad? Do you feel like there's a optimism there?
I think there definitely should be. I mean, I feel like college coaching, college head coaches, they're getting just younger and younger. And you now have the youngest coach in the SEC and Will Stein, coming from Oregon, a program that all they do is win, all they do is get great athletes. So I think there's a lot to be excited about. He's also from Kentucky, so another coach
Absolutely.
that kind of understands this landscape in terms of recruiting, all those things. I think he has a good staff coming in. And at
Yep.
the end of the day, yes, money is half the battle with these players, but players also just want to win. And
Yeah.
Will Stein has done that where he is. I mean, he could win a national championship this year at right now. So I'm excited to see what he does. And like you said, there's already been some big time recruits. They just actually landed one of the best centers in the portal today from Baylor.
Oh,
So
word! I didn't even see that one yet.
yep, that was new just a few hours ago. So they're building some
Nice.
momentum for sure.
And that's why we love you, Kobe. You get these updates faster than anyone on this planet Earth.
You got to. You got to stay locked in.
They locked in, tapped in. And you're right, we're getting some that's extremely interesting.
Yes, we'll see. It will be interesting for sure.
Nice. So let me ask you this. Discipline or motivation? Which one do you feel is more important to your everyday routine?
I'm gonna go with discipline.
Hmm.
I think when you say discipline, then the motivation is already there. I
Hmm.
think motivation without discipline, I don't even know where you go with that, but I think discipline, I'm gonna go with that first for sure.
I like that one. Staying locked in. And you put that consistent work in. So if you didn't have discipline, there'd be no way you would be
Oh,
lasting.
it wouldn't work. Yeah, it wouldn't work out.
Your presence is strong. So how you feel about AI, artificial intelligence? Obviously, it's there's a strong impact of AI
Yes. Oh,
right
very,
now.
very
So
much
how do
so.
you feel about it? Pros, cons?
So the pros is it's a quick solution. So if you need something, you need an answer, math problem, whatever you need, it's there. You got it. The cons is the part that I'm afraid that it'll take people's jobs. And
That is a good one.
I don't never want a robot to take a job from a human being who's just trying to live and be the best they can be and provide. So that's definitely the
Right.
downfall. of it. But the pros is you need a solution. It's got it. It's there. Usually pretty accurate, which is the scary part.
That is kind of crazy. It's kind of scary, yeah.
Yes. Again, I think just like anything, there's pros and cons. I guess just we'll see as things progress if it's going to be too negative to
Right.
people in the job industry. We'll see.
So the responsibility behind it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's getting very interesting. You
Yeah, it's a
do
little
you
scary.
use Chat GPT or Google more?
So if I have ChatGPT on my phone,
Hmm.
so I would say I would use that more. I don't really use honestly, I don't really use Google that much unless I'm researching and stuff like that. But in terms of a question or if I need something solved real quick, it would usually be ChatGPT on my phone.
Hey, it's starting to take over for real.
It
Like
really
Chat
is.
GPT, it's
I know
useful.
it is
And it's so
useful.
fast. It's like a robot's like sitting right next to you.
That's what I'm saying. If you need a solution, it's quick.
So that part of it's pretty cool. So do you
Yeah.
have any shout outs or do you have any upcoming events that you want to promote for the people in the back and everybody?
So I can't fully release the date or say what it is yet, but I will say in the past, our news station has done high school football and basketball showcases where we take over the air for about 6 hours and just do a live broadcast of local high school basketball games and football. Our
Okay.
basketball one is coming up. The details have not been released yet, so I'll keep quiet on that. But people can stay tuned for that. It's an elite broadcast to showcase high school athletes around locally. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
That sounds very impactful.
yes, it's a good time. So stay tuned for that.
I will, Kobe. Thank you. I appreciate your time. You was very
Yes,
gracious with it.
absolutely.
So continue to shine light on people and impact the people, impact the community the way you are. You got a brilliant personality, great spirit behind you. So thank you very much for joining the show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna stay locked into everything you do. I need to update.
Oh, for sure. I got you.
I seen you update, I seen you interviewing, was it Jasper Johnson? That was
Yes,
super cool.
after he committed to Kentucky. Yep, we were there for that. So that was a good time for sure.
Awesome. You was covering Joe Barrow. You're everywhere, Kobe. So
You are
thank you for
excellent.
the brilliant service you provide.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Yo, 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 let's get the business.